So, when I worked over at the thrift store, somebody gave me a pretty decent bike as a tip, and I split it with the guy that I work with. Now, the guy that I work with is in, you know, a situation where he's homeless, this, that, and the other thing. And I just told him, you know, we'll sell the bike, but I'm not just having any weirdos come over to my house and this, that, and the other thing. When it gets sold, it gets sold. So it's probably been about 5 months, and I still got the bike, because I don't want people coming over to my house that won't show me their identification. You don't got to show me what street you live on, but you got to show me who you are, you know. So this guy, you know, he goes, hey man, now this guy's been homeless, you know, been in jail, all this shit, and 9 o'clock at night, he texts me, hey, my friend's interested in buying the bike, you know, that you have. And I'm going in my head like, I don't know who you know that has $1,500, you know, it's about a $3,000 bike, $2,500 bike, you know, and I'm not selling it at some pawn shop for some crackhead prices like he wants to do. So he's like, yeah, a good friend of mine. And I'm like, yeah, a good friend, what, that you used to smoke crack with? You know, like, I didn't say that, but so the first thing the Holy Spirit tells me is, you know, because people will try, you know, they're probably trying to rob me. You know what I mean? They're probably high right now, and they're thinking about robbing me. And they don't know what kind of surprises I have in store for them. You know, number one, if you're so interested in having this bike, you got to have special shoes to even ride the bike, because it doesn't have pedals. It has some clicks that you just click into it. So you got to have the special shoes. Number two, you know, I want to see your identification. I want you to identify yourself, so when you come over to my house, I know who you are. You know what I mean? You know, number three, show me that you have, you know, $1,000 or $1,500, you know, in your hand, that you're interested in, you know, buying the bike. Because if you're not interested in it, or you're just thinking about looking at it, I'll just send you some pictures. You know what I mean? It's not like you can get on it and ride it, nor would I let you just get on the bike and ride it without handing me $1,000. You know what I mean? You just ride off and be gone. You know what I mean? And then, so I told the dude, you know, yeah, that's fine. If your friend wants to come over and look at it, just have him, you know, send me a picture of his identification. Just tell him, you know, I can't have him ride it because you'll stress the cranks on him. You can't push on them with, you know, regular shoes. You got to click them in, you know, like there's literally like a, kind of like this thing right here that you just click in, and your shoes go in that. He's like, oh, well, he doesn't have special shoes. And I wanted to say, bro, who the fuck do you know? Like, I mean, like, you know, who the fuck do you know that's into like elite road bike racing, Lance Armstrong type shit? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be fucking mean or anything. You know, I'm not saying that you were a loser your entire life or anything like that. But I'm just saying, like, I worked with you at the Salvation Army. You're not that bright, okay? And the thing about not bright people is they think everybody is not bright, okay? Or they're so stupid they think they're smart, okay? So, you know, the Holy Spirit just told me, yeah, let him do this, this, and this. I said to the nerd last night, I said, this shit ain't even, God's telling you right now, this shit ain't even going on. He ain't going to send his ID. So sure enough, he texts me back, oh, he has $800. And I said, well, I'm not selling it for $800. You know what I mean? And the fact that he won't send his ID is telling me, why would you be hanging out with somebody that don't want to show me their ID? You think I'm going to have that person come into my house? You know what I mean? Where I live with my girlfriend? You know, that's my house. You know what I mean? In Florida, in this neighborhood, I'm just going to open the door and go, yeah, come on in. I don't know who you are. Sex offender, you know, home invasion artist, you know, con artist, felon, whatever the fuck. I don't know who you are. You could have been peddling child pornography. I'm just saying, like, you're not just going to come into my house and I'm not going to know who you are. So I just told the dude, guess what, man? Don't worry about the bike, okay? Because I'm just going to fucking hold on to it. And if you're gonna fucking be involved like that. As far as I'm concerned, you just set my ass. You were trying to set my ass up, okay? Because you thought, you know, because you want to get high, you know. And I told the dude we'll split the bike and shit, but you know, after that, he can go fuck himself. I'm not splitting shit with you. You're about to put my whole shit in danger. You know, the guy could have had a knife. They could have been high on meth or whatever, and I would have had a surprise for him. Do you know what I mean? I would have had a surprise for him. He would have went up to the firmament after I hit him with it. You know what I mean? And you know, it's just crazy how stupid people. And this just tells you how dumb the world is getting and how disgusting and sick people are. They're willing to try shit like this, you know, on someone like me. I'm dangerous with just my fucking hands. Do you know what I mean? Like, inside my house, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. Unless, you know, you think you're going to hand-to-hand combat with me, I'm going to knock your block off. You know what I mean? And he took a picture, shows the picture of the guy, and it's like, okay, well, if that's the guy, show his ID. Long story short, if you can't do that, you're not a legit person.